Quick turnaround for the Michigan State Spartans, arguably as quick as we just turned around from the Michigan State Baylor recap to the Michigan State Oakland preview. Carter Elliott, how you doing? Do you expect your team to be as successful in their quick turnaround as we are?
No, no, I don't. Actually, I do. I truly do. But let me not lie to the folks right now. I might have a dead MacBook on my hands, like actually dead, not plug it in and wait for it to charge up. Like I might have to say goodbye to something that has held me down since 2015, I believe is when I got it. But at the end of the day, I got to show up for sleepers. I got to show up for you. I got to show up for Michigan State. And we got a game against a former Spartan in Rocket Watts and a bad man in Trey Townsend. So we're going to make it happen. We're going to have to do what we got to do, even if it means that I am recording this currently with all my equipment that I have at my disposal, but off a laptop that has a 13 and a half inch screen, it feels like.
I feel like I was reading a Juwan Howard Michigan injury availability report while listening to you talk about the health diagnosis of your laptop right there. I don't know what's going on. Are you saying that with your laptop, it's time to just finally agree it's not what we thought it was anymore? It's ran out of fumes. We should stop hoping that it's going to turn around because it kind of just broke.
Yeah, it had good performances. It had a chip on its shoulder. It's been the Big Ten media days. Well, we know that.
Oh, I was trying to say your computer's Jaden Akins.
Oh, wow. Okay, I thought you're saying my computer was another Michigan State point guard.
Well, your computer's not playing well right now.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
Gap counter.
had to put that boy aside and pull Trey Holloman out from the upstairs bedroom. Is that not what we just did?
This laptop kind of looks like Trey Holloman too.
That's kind of what we did. Okay, let's talk about Oakland. Oakland is I would call them a plucky underdog, but to be honest with you, I think they're better than that. I think this is a pretty good basketball team. Now, the record has fallen to 6-5, but early in the season, man, really good results. They covered every single game against the spread to start for like 8 straight games. I think the sportsbook's kind of over adjusted, auto corrected, whatever you want to call it, and it's been poor since. They got blown out at home by IPFW. They lost to Toledo in a game that was a total toss-up. They did just go on the road and smack Eastern Michigan, and Eastern Michigan's a bad basketball team, but this is a team, card that beat Xavier at Xavier. Like, we saw Houston, who's the KenPom #1 team in the country, go into Xavier and struggle with Xavier. Oakland beat Xavier at Xavier. They had Illinois down to the final 6 minutes of that game at Illinois. They had Ohio State down to the final 4 minutes of that game at Ohio State. This team has scared Big Ten teams this season, and now they're on the road against Michigan State in a game where Michigan State had a basically 2-day turnaround off their emotional high point of the season. Seems like one of the most obvious letdown spots of all time during a holiday week to me. And that's not the hater in me talking. That's me looking at this game and saying this is the most obvious letdown spot ever.
Yeah, and like it's not even about it being a letdown spot. Like, Greg, you know this, and all Michigan State fans know this as well. It We've had some great Michigan State teams in the past. We've had some bad Michigan State teams in the past. I'm not saying we're losing because we never lost to Oakland, but whether it's a really good Michigan State team or a really bad Michigan State team, these games are close. Like, I don't know what it is. Campy versus Izzo, whatever Oakland player that year is their main focus has a really good game, or who knows, Blake Lampman has a good game. Like, it's just something about playing Oakland that it just seems like it's they are the plucky underdog, especially against Michigan State. And I know that this Oakland team, like you stated in their previous outings, has not had a, maybe not necessarily as good of outings as they had earlier in the season, but this team scares me. I'm sorry, they do. Short turnaround, they're gimmicky. Trey Townsend is probably going to be the second best player on the floor, in my opinion, tomorrow night. So it's a scary game for me. It's a game I think they should expect to win. Don't get me wrong, but it's a game that does scare me just because it is Oakland and Michigan State. No matter what, it's going to be kind of at least for a little bit, a close game. Who knows which way it's going to go?
Yeah, I think to me, I would define it as this. There are some teams on Michigan State's schedule this season that if they play their best game, they still can't beat Michigan State. I think that's true about Georgia Southern. I think it's true about Southern Indiana, Alcorn State. Without going too far down the line, I think there's some teams in Big Ten play that if they play their best game might not be able to beat Michigan State, even though Michigan State has struggled. I think the bottom of this conference is that bad. I think when Oakland plays their best game, they can beat Michigan State. Like, and it's not necessarily like if Michigan State played their best game, then yes, obviously they would win. But like on a night where Michigan State's just average, not even horribly bad, if Michigan State plays their mean game that we've seen this season, I think if Oakland plays their best, they would probably win that basketball game. Now they have to play their best, and there's no guarantee they're going to do that because this is also a relatively quick turnaround for Oakland. They were at Eastern Michigan on Friday. Now they're at Michigan State on Monday. And they haven't played great lately. And since December, turn the month, like they have not played close to what I think they were playing in the back half of November. Rocket Watts, former Michigan State. Can we call him a star for 2 weeks? Not a star, but former Michigan State role player, starting shooting guard.
For that 1 week stretch, he was nice.
This is a guy a lot of people had really high hopes for. He got lumped in with the Andre Curbelo, Jaden Ivey breakout sophomores that year, the year after he had the hot finish to the season, and obviously did not come to fruition. He left Michigan State after his sophomore year. He ends up at Mississippi State, where nothing of note happened, and now he ends up at Oakland, which I think is a much better fit for him. He's been all right this season. He certainly hasn't been good lately. He had a 4-game stretch of 4 straight games with double figures, and he is currently mired in a 5-game stretch with 4 different games with 7 points and 1 game with 0 points. Kind of feels as if he's fallen out of the rotation a little bit as well. Hasn't played 20 minutes in the last few. What's going to happen with Rocket Watson this game? You would think he wants to show up.
Yeah, honestly, I think Rocket Watts wanting to show up and do something in this game would be at an advantage to Michigan State the way he's been playing. Like, I would love a Rocket Watts gun game because I don't think it's going to come out as like him gunning and making shots. I think it's going to him gunning and keeping the team or shooting the team out of the game. And I wanted to make my next point here, but I need a fact check from you on this one, Greg. Did they play Friday against Eastern?
They did play
Oakland?
Friday. Yeah. Wait, am I wrong? Am I looking at the wrong date?
Yeah, I thought.
Oh no, I'm looking a whole week. They've had 10 days to prepare.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes. All right. Okay. Good. Okay. Here's where I'm coming. Then I can make my point that I wanted to make here. I'm leaning more towards we had this good game as Michigan State. We're playing a damn near a day later. Let's keep that momentum going. Instead of playing the team that hasn't played basketball in 10 days.
Yeah.
You feel, you know what I mean? Me there?
Look, I think that type of thought works when you're in the NCAA tournament. Like, I guess the best comparison would be the Big Ten tournament, right? Like, this is like saying, okay, Ohio State had to play in the play-in game, like the 11-14 game. And they got hot and they got one under their belt. And now they're playing Purdue, who hasn't played in 7 days. Like it works if you're the underdog who like got a little confidence. You shouldn't need that when you're the better team in this game.
Okay, just a point. Just went across my mind.
I want to make it known as a guy who coached much smaller levels. I always want to be the team with 10 days to prep over the team with 24 hours to prep.
Okay, respect that. Also, time to talk my shit. We ain't losing to Oakland at home. All right. Oakland ain't that good. Okay. I love Trey Townsend. I do. I get the Rocket Wants notion. I do. Respect to my boy, Greg Campy. Not really. Could have used me. I'll always say that. I would have been a vocal point. I'm not saying I would have made a difference, but I would have been special on the stat or, just on the roster in general. We're not losing this basketball game. We're not.
You play this game 100 times. You don't think you lose it once?
No, I truly don't.
I think you play this game 100 times. I think you lose it 10 times.
I disagree.
I think there's a 10% chance that you lose this game. There's also, I think there's like a 50% chance you blow them out. So Like that, I don't mean that as disrespect, but I think you're kind of just writing off an Oakland team I think can be really good.
I think Trey Townsend's amazing.
Who's the best post player in this game?
Townsend,
Who's the best shooter in this game?
Tyson Walker.
Jack Olke.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like yeah is the answer.
Yeah.
Like they have the best post player, they have the best shooter in this game.
What would you put this line at since you're a handicapper or extraordinaire?
I thought it was going to open at 10.5 or 11. That's what I thought. It opened at what did it open at? 17. Ken Palm has Michigan State by 15.
For it opened at 17?
Open at 17.
Damn.
Which like does that not seem crazy? Like
Yeah, that does seem a little crazy to me.
Oakland's not that bad. I get
No.
Michigan State just rolled Baylor. Like if the Michigan State that played Baylor shows up to this game, yeah, they're winning by 30. But
Yeah, but also at the same time, we have seen more games of this Michigan State team not against Baylor and know what they look like, and also a team that is as gimmicky and plays hard and mixes things up a bit against a Michigan State team that struggles shooting on most nights is a little bit scary to me.
the thing I'm most excited to see how the freshmen respond.
The
Not
freshmen, like how so?
I think Oakland's a really difficult team to play if you haven't played them or if you don't know what to expect or like they do shit you don't see from other teams. So
Mm-hmm.
I think like Jeremy Fears is like a basketball genius. I would think he'll be okay. But he also like isn't really doing anything when he's out there other than like a couple assists, which you also get from Hogard. So like, are we really going to see a bunch of Jeremy Fears in this game if good AJ Hogard's there against a defense he's never seen? I don't know. Like I would assume this is a game Xavier Booker doesn't play, and I know that's going to piss people off, including us. But like, I don't think you want to see Xavier Booker against Trey Townsend and this defense. Like that feels like a mess to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I don't know, like Cohen Carr should play and impact the game, but again, like I don't think we've seen Cohen process many plays. I think Cohen's like if I'm on a fast break unguarded, I'm great. If I have to do anything else, I'm not a factor. So I don't know. I just like to me this might obviously comes down to your best players, but like this might be a game you might need to lean more on the non-freshman than usual, which will piss Twitter off again. Izzo will have to comment on it.
All you gotta do is just make him take his warm up off. That's it. We're not asking for him to have major rotation minutes, but like if
Maybe.
I have to watch Madi and Carson combined for 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 0 assists, I think it's worth it to throw that guy out there. But that's neither here nor there. Um, but I truly feel confident that this is. I'm not worried about this basketball game as much as I thought I would be, and
Okay.
call it like reactionary to what was against Baylor. Even so, like if I was coming off the Nebraska game, I wouldn't even be as worried about it either. To be honest with you,
That's why I think you should be worried.
why? Because I'm not worried.
I don't think anyone that's a fan of Michigan State or a player or I don't think anybody senses this coming at all. And
I'm
that
more worried about Indiana State, if anything.
I said it yeah, Indiana State's a much better basketball team than Oakland. That's for sure a
Yeah.
game. But I think I said this in the Baylor preview. I predicted Michigan State beats Baylor, and then I predicted like real trappy game Monday against Oakland. And I'm not picking Oakland to win the game. I'm not predicting an upset, but I think they comfortably cover. I think this is a toss up like the game the outcome of this game is up in the air with 8 minutes left to play in the game.
Yeah. Okay. No, I think Michigan State rolls pretty easily. Like
Yes.
comfortable first half, comfortable second half, ends up winning by 20 plus.
Just shrugging off that they were in dogfights with Ohio State and Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Just shrugging it all off.
Yeah, because I I saw what this team did against IPFW.
Yeah, but that was the outlier at this point, right? Like that was really the one bad performance they've had.
They were okay. I thought they only played okay against a bad UOD team.
Do you think there's any Oakland fans that are like, I saw what this Michigan State team did against James Madison?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you think there are any Oakland fans anywhere?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Uh, Man, I had one other thing. Oh, the one thing that I'm 100% confident will happen in this game. A handshake line altercation between AJ Hoggard and Rocket Watts. And by altercation, I mean not a real altercation. That's what my program does. My program does the real altercations. AJ Hoggard's just going to like hip check him again, though.
You think?
Don't you think so?
Nah, I think they're cool.
Oh, like they're both
What?
like they're both they get along.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They get along.
yeah.
Yeah, I take it back. Never mind. We're gonna see a very cordial, lovey little dap between Rocket and AJ.
Oh, Gregory. All right.
Hey, wait, no, I'm sorry. I have to end on this. I truly mean this. I promise. I really am genuinely curious on this one. Is there a trophy that they're playing for in this one?
Jab counter.
No, I'm serious. Like, there's got to be somebody out there that went to Oakland and then Michigan State for grad school or something.
Nope. No trophy for this one. Just a
Why?
classic win.
Why?
Because the McLeans didn't sponsor the event.
Huh? We couldn't get like a little Christmas sweater trophy mocked up or something in time. Like, don't Campy and Izzo wear sweaters to this game usually?
Yeah, something like that.
Hmm. I just, I mean, anytime you win a game, like you want to dance in the locker room and hoist a trophy. So I feel like this would be a good opportunity if we wanted to do it.
I'm happy we're back.
I'm gonna get a trophy tomorrow before game. What time's this game?
I love watching you
I have a lot of
operate
time
after
before this
Michigan State
game to get a
game.
trophy. That's all I'm saying. I have a lot of time to get the trophy. All right. Go green, go white, woof woof. What's the woof woof meter at right now?
We are. What is it on a ABC or what is it? What's the scale on the wolf?
You get to pick the scale, so I don't get
Okay, I'll pick the scale here. The wolf meter on a scale of 1 to 100 because that's what I want to do it on. The wolf meter is currently at a 67.
I want to change the scale. I want the scale to be Michigan State point guards. So on a scale of Foster Lawyer to whoever you think the
Oh,
best Michigan State
it's
point guard
AJ
is.
right now. It's AJ.
We're AJ on the Wolf meter.
Yes, this is a classic by the book wolf wolf AJ on the meter game.
Oakland
100%.
Oakland plus 17 is a 10 unit play for me. It's play of the year. We'll be here to recap it, everybody. Have a great Monday night. Goodbye.